Alright, look gang, I'm about to do something silly. Something that I don't need to do, something that I shouldn't do, and yet, it's gonna happen, because there is a sale on at MyMiniFactory, right? I'm not getting anything for this, by the way, I'm just letting you know that as I record this, there's a sale on. By the time this video goes out, that sale will have ended. See, the thing is, I've been thinking about pulling the trigger on some STLs, and I was going to make a video and sort of say, look, do you think this is worth grabbing? Do you think I could do anything with this? Given that I don't actually get to play all that often anymore, am I just like biting off way more than I can chew and just amassing a horde of digital models that I'm never going to get round to printing? Is this just me looking at something and going, I just need it? Even knowing that maybe I actually don't. That's what I was going to do. Unfortunately, there's 2 hours left on this sale as I record this, and so this is becoming rapidly not a should I pull the trigger, and more of a I'm about to do something that I probably shouldn't, because I've been looking at some Creature Caster stuff. See, I didn't know that Creature Caster did STLs until very recently. I was looking for stuff for the new D&D campaign, and I came across some of their models, and I was like, that's disturbing, hell yes. Oh, it's Creature Caster. They do STLs now. Wow, didn't know that. But now I do know, and I also know that Creature Caster is very much my sort of thing, and I have multiple of their models, and I really like them, and so I started looking round, and they've created nightmares. They've created horrible nightmares. Look at them. The Tendrils of Malefica. I love it. I love them. I absolutely love them. I think these are based off the same things that are on the Lady of Arcana, which is a model that I've got. One day I'll finish painting it. That's a lie. And I love the tendrils. Well, you've got these eyes and the teeth and the little mouths sticking out. It's like, oh, those are pretty fun. They're horrible. Besides, right now, 50% off. Like $6 for that. That's like, what, 4 or 5 quid? I could totally use these. And then I realised that it's not just those, it's not just tendrils, there's also the children of Malefica. And this is the kind of thing that I want to see more of. I love me some like proper eldritch horror, some cosmic horror, some weird stuff that looks like it shouldn't work or shouldn't be there, but it absolutely is. And these guys, these fellas, these whatever they are, tentacled freaks, that are just clutching onto floating stone, and it looks like the stone is kind of part of them, but it's not really. Are they born from the stone? Are they absorbing it? Is it the source of their, like, physical presence within the world? Because you're not telling me that these are supposed to have a physical presence. Look at them. What the hell is going on? I really like this. And then I was like, well, I mean, that's like a tenner. That's a tenner. That's not too bad. And I'll use both of those. I'll use them both for something. Probably D&D, but maybe if I ever decide to do a Tzeentch army, and I'm not planning to take it anywhere Games Workshop related, maybe this is a way to do that, because I do like me some Tzeentch. And then I realised that there's also the agglutinate of Malefica? Sure, whatever these are, again, 100% the kind of thing I like. Just love them. A big mouth that's also a bunch of tentacles with eyes all over them. What's not to like? I mean, it's the perfect design. It's the perfect creature. You look at that, there's not an inch wasted. It's all purpose. Or something. I mean, they just look horrific, and I absolutely love them. I will say, this is just, I don't think Creature Cast will ever see this, but I just want to say, it would be nice to get more angles. Like, each of these pictures, there's only one, and we can't see them from other angles. And I'm pretty sure, like, I've tried to do some like sculpting, like digital sculpting myself. It's not gone well so far. It looks terrible. But you can like usually spin the models around and maybe get some other angles, just because it would be nice to see like a good chunk of what you're getting, so that it's not just like the one static shot. Instead, you can scroll through and have a look at other stuff. That'd be really nice. I mean, you may not have time for that. That's totally fine. But as someone who frequently buys STLs, if I can get more angles than just the one, that really increases the likelihood of me picking something up, unless it's a company that I like fully just will buy whatever they do. Best Yarn Miniatures, for example. But yeah, just a thing, just throwing it out there. You're not going to see this, so you're not going to know, but if you did, then yeah, it'd be nice. Anyway, again, creeping up a little bit here, so if I got these as well, which I'd have to, because look at them, they're great, then that would add to the price somewhat. But then there's also the Igi-Uru of Malefica. I definitely haven't pronounced that right. Now, these actually, not quite as much my thing as the others. But they are giant floating eyeballs, and they are infinitely appropriate for God knows how many enemies in the chosen TTRPG that we're currently running, and so, yeah, it'd be kind of silly not to. But then, what else would I use them for? And this is the question with these that's actually making me hold off a tiny bit, because I'm not 100% convinced from these ones just yet. I think probably because you've got the big eye, then you've got a mouth underneath, and then some tentacles out the back. These are relatively pedestrian compared to this series of Nightmare Freaks, right? They're still Nightmare Freaks, just not quite of the same caliber to my eye. So I feel like I could get away with not doing these, but these ones I would absolutely have to get. I mean, I just would. The beasts of Malefica are fantastic. What are they? I don't know. Are they made of rock? Are they made of wood? Are they flesh? Is it bone or is it flesh? That guy, first one, like front and centre, his armpit is made of teeth. That's absolutely horrendous, and I love it. Also, I'm a sucker. I'm an absolute sucker for skulls embedded in stuff. I don't know why, but as an aesthetic, I really, really like it. I don't know whether that horrible bear from Annihilation has caused some sort of deep-seated I don't like this but want to see more kind of reaction, but I really, really like it. And that's what he's got going on. Like, that central one is pretty horrific from top to bottom. The head split open, there's like a little chasm in there, a bunch of skulls absorbed into the neck, back, whatever part of it that is. The overall shape of them I really like as well. They're very hunched over, but at the same time kind of gangly and not skinny, but just skinny in like the wrong places. They look fantastic, so obviously they would need to be added to the list, and this is what I'm concerned about, because I don't know what I would use a lot of this stuff for outside of printing it for the sake of having it because it looks so good. That doesn't help me though, does it? Doesn't really help. Anyway, there's also the Fugue Warlock, which is a fantastic model. I really, really like the Fugue Warlock. It's very cool. I will say, the one with all the fire kind of coming out of the gut, not a big fan of that version. Not a big fan of that at all. The one with all the tentacles, I think, works way better. And I don't know whether it's because of the texturing on the flames, or whether it's just a kind of aversion to sculpted flames overall. Like, if there's a choice between sculpted flame and no sculpted flame, I'm going to angle towards no sculpted flame, unless I'm specifically aiming to do like an OSL thing. And I just feel like, you know, more sinister. More tentacles equals more sinister, and the one on the left there is just more sinister with those tentacles. I really like the design of the face and the head. The fact that the face and head extend out into horns that extend out into wings, does it work like in a sort of like physiological sense? Don't care. Looks badass. Thing is, there's like 3 different versions of those if you want them. Slightly different poses, but they do all have the fire coming out, so I don't know. If there was an option for tentacles only, I'd be going for it. But I don't know if there is. I didn't see in the description as to whether there was that option or not. They look decent, but I think I could probably get away with skipping that, right? Probably get away with skipping that. I'll be okay with just the one. Just the one. Print it a couple of times. They'd be fine. Build up the base right, and people would never know it was the same thing twice. So really, all I'm looking at is these guys, these lads, obviously. Not these, not too fussed. But this lot, yes. This guy, yes. So that's only 5. That's only 5 things, right? That's not too bad. Skip these, that's fine. This is really interesting. Like, the contrast between this and all the other stuff is absolutely wild. I don't necessarily know that it fits, to be honest. I have no doubt that they will have a really good explanation as to what role this plays compared to everything else in these sets, but aesthetically it doesn't match up all that well. I mean, the one arm does. The one arm is pretty horrible, and you have got the big stone in the middle, which is something, but this is fun, but it's very different. Very, very different. This is one of those ones where I think I like it, but I'm not 100% sure. Like, I think I do. But I'm so used to what the rest of this stuff is that, like, the difference is kind of jarring in a way. It's like I've been built up. I've been built up with little tentacles, bigger tentacles, like, bigger tentacles. Oh, hang on. I got excited there because I thought we might have alternate angles, but it's the same picture twice. Never mind. The hope was dashed immediately. Yeah, it's fine. It's just not grabbing me the way the other stuff is. Having said that, there's also this, which absolutely does grab me the way the other stuff does. The Biomancer of Malefica. What a horrible model. What is even happening there? What is that? I like the feathers hanging down. Those are very fun. The number of arms is just upsetting. There's just no need for that. The face? Where is it? It's kind of like... I mean, it is there, sort of up there, at least. Sort of next to that seahorse-looking thing coming over the shoulder. Very, very odd in the best possible way. I really like this a lot. It would be very fun to paint. It'd be a nightmare to paint, an absolute pain in the arse, but it would also be quite fun. Specifically the sense of satisfaction when you finish it, because God knows it'll take you long enough to get to that point that when you have it done, oh, it'll feel grand. Mostly because it means you won't have to keep painting it. But the fact is, I like pretty much everything about this. There's lots of different horrible skin-like textures. I like the feathers hanging off the arms because that's a nice contrast to the rest of it. The whole head and face situation is worrying, and that's even before you get to... I say seahorse. It's not really a seahorse, is it? It's just a massive tentacles with a mouth attached firmly up top, you know? I really enjoy the fact that there's like 4 different staffs going on. You've got the big curved staff with a person's face sort of poking out of it. You've got a smaller pimp cane situation going on. You've got a more kind of bone-like staff in the other hand. And then there's another one hiding around the back. I mean, if you've got... how many arms? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? I think one of those arms is closer to actually being 2 arms. So we'll say 7 arms. We'll round up. We'll go for 7 arms. If you've got 7 arms, why not have 4 staffs? You might as well. So again, it would have to be added to the pile, which is a problem. And finally... this. Now this, admittedly, this feels like it's going to be tricky. I do actually really want this. You can buy this model from the Creature Caster store, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, my mistake. No, it's not exactly the same. So, significant differences. The main body is very similar. Looks like the face is different though. We've got slightly different, like, clothing going on. Is the staff... yeah, the staff is the same. So, then again, Queen Brynhild the Resplendent, so it is a named one as opposed to a generic one. That's interesting. I wonder if that is purely so that there's distinction between the Queen of Malefica available on MyMiniFactory and the one that they sell on their store. I wonder if that's the main thing, or alternatively, that is pretty complex. That's a complex model. I mean, I would be happy printing that at home, but I would imagine there would be a good number of people who would maybe look at it and go, oh, absolutely not. I'm not dealing with trying to get support off all of that. I mean, with all the wings down the back, the various nice bits of dangling cloth and the like, especially the things on the shoulders there, which are missing on this one. Yeah, I wonder if it's a mix of, you know, keeping the two distinct so that you can have the one that's the STL and the one that they sell physically are individual models, but also... so you're not dealing with some of the cleanup that might come from that, because, oh man, that wouldn't be fun. Like, you just flat out wouldn't be fun cleaning that up after a print. Whereas that in many ways, simpler when it comes to textures, simpler when it comes to removing, like, supports, especially off the shoulders, for instance. It looks grand though, like, this isn't a complaint, that looks fantastic. That's a really, really nice miniature. It looks so good. And it does make me want it, which, you know, I mean, if we're doing like cost comparison here, if we're doing cost comparison, right? This one, right now, 50% off, like 15 quid or whatever. I'm so bad with conversion rates right now. This one's £166. Like that's a significant difference, and there's no way that this is 166 quid's worth of resin. So that's by itself a gigantic saving. Oh, they just look really good. So much of this looks really, really good, and that's the problem. Not you. Well, no, you do look fine. You look fine. I'm just not gelling with you the same way I'm gelling with, like, this absolute freak, or these absolute freaks, or, I mean, these might be my favourite, actually. They might be my favourite. Although, these are pretty cool too. And these are just adorable. So, there's a good chance, a very good chance, that by the time this video is live, I'll have already made the mistake. I'll already have them all, and then I'll have to print them and paint them, And at that point, I should work out what to do with them, because right now I don't actually know, which is not a good position from which to start buying STLs for miniatures, or miniatures in general. You should have a clear idea as to what you're after, instead of just going, well, that looks cool, and it's 50% off right now, so yeah, because that way madness lies. But then again, madness is the order of the day, looking at those miniatures, so I guess it kind of tracks, doesn't it? Anyway, somewhat random, but there you go. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think of those in the comments down below, and whether I have indeed made a massive mistake, and I'll see you for the next one.